Hi all, this is Laura with Potpourri of Life. I hope you're having a great morning. Actually, it's afternoon now, but earlier today I showed you how I made my turmeric with pepper capsules that I use for pain and inflammation. Well, it's a little hot outside, so I decided to come back in, but I checked out the garden and I wouldn't say something knocked over one of my first rows, so it's like they didn't knock it over, they broke off a branch. So I'm not too thrilled about it, but I went out there and threw some diatomaceous earth. Hopefully it will discourage them from coming back. And I just hope it's not a groundhog, because we had that problem a few years back. And I noticed that another strawberry was taken, actually 3 of them. They weren't even red. So it looks like I'm going to be having to somehow fit into our budget to get to the strawberry fields this year. But I won't give up. I'm sure I'll still get a few. I apologize for the lighting. When I open the shade here, I'll try to open it up a little bit. The light is pretty bright, so I'm not sure if you're going to get a good view. But here, let's try this. See how much damage. See if I can make. So you might get a glare off this from me, but at least you can see me a little bit better. I still have to kind of come down. But see, now I get distractions from people walking by. But anyways, we'll try to avoid that. So what I'm going to do is I have my 2 ingredients, which is ground turmeric, and the other is my black pepper. That's it. And I think I shared that those were the 2 ingredients within my powder, but I didn't have exact measurements. So we're going to try this, okay? So I'm going to have you see how I'm doing it versus me bending over, because it's the only way I can get the countertop as well as talk to you. So I'm going to change the screen, and hopefully we get a good video out of this. So I have a 1/2 cup measure and I have a 1/4 cup measure. The reason I have a 1/2 cup is because to get it into the opening of this jar, I want to try to be able to hang on there or be able to get it in there without overfilling. So I'm going to take the turmeric, I'm going to fill the 1/2 cup measure. Looks like I might have about a cup in this jar anyway, so I'm going to work with that. And then I'm going to do the same process of pouring it into the jar, because I don't trust myself this time in using the funnel. And I tried seeing if I had another funnel that would do this better, but I don't. I don't want to waste it. Here, hold on. I'm going to try a different funnel. Let's see if I can get this to go through easier. It just takes a little bit longer. Yeah, I'm not too fond of that, but it's not a liquid, so it doesn't go through so easily. Can you tell I don't have a lot of patience at times? So I am going to use my chopstick and kind of encourage it through. How's that? When all else fails, think outside the box. And it's going through pretty good, and at least it's all getting in the jar. Well, I know that I'm going to want more than a 1/2 cup in there to get this going. So I'm going to add another 1/2 cup to make it a full cup. I'm sure you all could have figured that math out. Oops. And I'm going to do the same thing. Pretty self-explanatory. I'm thinking I must have another funnel somewhere, but I couldn't find one earlier that would work, that was different than mine. Okay, I'm rambling. You don't want to hear all that gibberish. But anyways, I don't want to use my canning one because it's so wide. Although it would go faster. You know what I could do is maybe chop off right here, and it would go faster for these type things. Since it's plastic, I'll have to incorporate my husband's talents to be able to do that, and if he doesn't, or if I get impatient, I'll do it myself. I don't think this particular set was at all expensive, and I have other plastic ones like this. All right. Okay, so that's all through. Now I'm going to use the same funnel for the pepper, but this time I'm going to put, this is a 1/4 cup measure. Nope, excuse me, that's a 1/2 cup. That's the one that I was using. So I want to use a 1/4 cup in here, and I believe that's the amount that I can use that works well for the mix. If not, I'll add another cup of turmeric. I just wanted to give you guys a good measurement because I kind of do this based on how it looks. And I know some of you might be thinking, wow, that's a lot of pepper. But when it does the job, it's not really a lot of pepper. Okay, let's see how this mixes up in terms of how it looks in terms of what I'm looking for. So far it's a 1/4 cup of pepper and a full cup of turmeric powder. I know what you're thinking. Wow. And the reason I'm doing it now is because I did make that second batch of 100 capsules, and then it emptied the jar, and it made the capsules really full. There was nothing left. So I'm using the same jar, and I'm going to shake it. Got to go to the window for the light. Excellent. All right. So if you're making this and you want to know how to do this, hold on. I hope I don't sneeze. Yep, it has enough pepper in it, but does it? Actually, I can see the pepper throughout, so it's definitely plenty of pepper. So one cup of the turmeric, a 1/4 cup of the pepper, and there you have it. That is the mixture. I think that's what I've done before, but it's one of those things that, you know, when you all of a sudden you want to tell people how much, it's like you can't think of what it is, but this works great. I'm almost out of raw turmeric, but I think I have an extra bag set aside because I try to keep, because we go through that so much, I always try to keep that on hand. And for those that are concerned about supply chains, this is the season where we're all kind of like trying to shop and get our items on hand. That's one of those items that I would keep on hand. I've always kept turmeric on hand and pepper on hand because of this. But if you're going to start making your own supplements, you got to think about your raw materials. But when you start making your own supplements, start at your local natural food store. You know, we have Granite State Natural Food here in Concord. And that's where I go to sample. You know, I'll get like a small bag of an herb that I want to try if I'm not growing it. And if it does exactly what I'm looking for, because it'll give me about a month to 6 weeks worth of trial. Or I might use it in a tea or whatever the choice is. It gives me an idea of, will this help me? And then it tells me, will I grow the herb or will I purchase in bulk? And Some, if you don't want to buy online, like at Amazon and all those, you can sometimes order directly from a company, and which I sometimes do, or you can work right with your local natural food store. And if you ask them, they'll let you buy in bulk, and sometimes you get a discount because you're buying in bulk. But that's as easy as it gets, and then you just put it into your capsules, or like I said earlier in the other video, you don't have to put it in a capsule if you make a smoothie every day. Or you can, I didn't even mention this, but you could put it in your oatmeal. You can mix it in with your eggs if you know, whatever it is that you consume in your morning or evening meals or whenever, or in capsule form. I hope this was helpful. It's really short this time. Again, I hope that you have been inspired to subscribe. If you're inspired, please like and comment. I'm always up for comments, but try to stay positive and share with your friends. Have a lovely day, and may God bless you.